What's going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and today I'm going to show you 3 absolutely insane loot spots in Fortnite Simpsons season. Now, these drop spots are so good because they're very low risk and they have excellent loot. There's really good loot density here. You're definitely going to come out with some epic loot. You're going to have a full loadout that is super ideal, and you'll be able to play the rest of the game. Honestly, I was having a hard time this season mid-game because I would run out of movement, or I just wouldn't have very good loot. And off drop, I was also having a hard time because it was just sweaty. It was hot drops. Sometimes you wouldn't land on a weapon, your enemy would, and you just die, go back to lobby, repeat. So I had to find some consistent spots using Fortnite.gg and just exploring the map on my own. And I found 3 really good spots. So I'm going to show you those today, as well as the loot pathing. This first one is the most southern point of the map. It's this little dock. A lot of people might know about this one, but it really can't be overlooked at this point. There's 2 guaranteed chests back here, so I like to start here, just under the dock, and then I can break open this floor right here, and that's going to break open the other chest, grab this loot, climb up here, some shockwaves. There's a ton of cash registers in this spot, which is really, really nice because you can buy Slurpees as well. There's also guaranteed burgers right here. So these things heal 30 shields and 15 green health, and then you can just stack them up. Now there's a stack of like 8 in this building and this building right here. So if you accidentally eat one more than you should have, not a big deal. You can stack these things up. They're very good healing items. And yeah, here we go. Loot isn't super ideal right now, but we're just getting started. Okay, we're gonna grab 2 more of these. Hit this cash register if you want. I like to pickaxe these just a little bit faster. There is some loot under here. Sometimes there's a pink box also that spawns around this area. Oh, look at that, more shocks. There it is, that's the pink box, yep. So these will give you a purple weapon as well as a quest. And this quest is like really simple. My textbooks are missing, really help me. Just go and find the textbooks. They're usually shown on the map. Maybe not right now, but yeah. Okay, we got 6 shockwaves now. We've got I'm down to play right off this loot, and this is like half this place has been looted. So yeah, Slurpee machine is in this building right here. So if you don't get any mobility, you can always buy Slurpees right here. And again, there's tons of gold in all these buildings. There's also a lot of Slurp items, Slurp barrels, and Slurp boxes. But yeah, this is the slushy machine. 300 gold for 3 slushies, which is quite a deal. These things are really good. Again, if you have no mobility, there's not a lot of great ways to spend gold this season. So yeah. Anyways, this is the spot. There's chests just everywhere. You can loot all these buildings. I would recommend starting at that back because if you get conned, you can use that jump pad. You kind of have those 2 guaranteed chests. So that's really nice. And then you can clear the POI. Once the people are eliminated, you can start moving up and pushing into all these other buildings. And again, all these buildings have 1 or 2 chests in them, and it's just super consistent. Like, you're just going to get great loot. This building sometimes has 2 chests. Oh, just 1 right here. But yeah, it's really quick to loot. Also, this is a guaranteed chest up there. I would recommend breaking this every single time. I wouldn't recommend trying to get up there. It's just like too much of a pain to get up there. So you can use the umbrella, but sometimes it doesn't work. Just break it. This always has a chest. I think maybe this isn't guaranteed chest. Yeah, so that pretty much covers this spot. And then you have a car right here. Very likely to have a car or 2. And you can either rotate out with the car or you can use that jump pad. And the way that I would use that jump pad, the launch pad that's underneath the dock there, is to rotate out towards this spot right here, because there's another jump pad on that island, which will take you all the way over to here or here if you need a car. So yeah, that's my first spot. Super good. You can see the loot that I've got right here is absolutely insane. This is like pretty much my ideal loadout. I might change this infantry rifle for a Mr. Blasty or a suppressed AR, but honestly, I like all the ARs this season except for the striker. Don't pick up the striker this season, guys. It's a scam. That thing is actually an SMG. It hits 20 damage per bullet. Just not worth it. All right, let's get into the next spot. To do a quick recap here, this is what the loot path looks like. I land down here near this launch pad. As you can see, anything in gold on Fortnite.gg is the website here. Anything in gold means it's guaranteed, except for the cars. The cars say they're gold, but they're not always guaranteed for whatever reason. The chests are, pretty reliable on Fortnite.gg for being guaranteed. So these 2 are guaranteed, this one right here. And that's why I like to land back here, because those guaranteed chests. And this is my rough loot path, right? I just kind of go like this and then like that, and then usually take these cars or the jump pad out. All right, so this next drop spot is also extremely good, and it's neighboring. So if you don't have perfect loot coming out of this little southern pier right here, you can do the opposite of the loot path that I'm about to show you using this jump pad right here, and then jumping from here to over here. Now this is a cove at the southwestern part of the map right here. You can land down here or right here. Either way, there's a porta potty that takes you up and down. I would loot both of them because yeah, there's guaranteed chests up here and down below, and very likely to get extremely good loot and be unconned. Big part of this, right, is just being unconned, not having to fight off drop, and just guaranteed getting loot without like having some sweat jump on your head. Personally, for me this season, I'm running the tac shotgun. The thunder is just too slow between shots, and it doesn't do as much damage as the tac in almost every scenario. Okay, so right now we actually have a pretty ideal loadout. We got some movement, some bushes, long range, you know, good shotgun, but it's just going to get better. Now, what's so good about this is that these are guaranteed chests. You're absolutely guaranteed to get all the chests that I'm about to show you. So you come in here, these might not be guaranteed. Actually, I think a couple of these are. Burgers, if you want them, that's shields. Okay, so you can go through all these containers out here. There's quite a bit of chests in these containers. All right, so we got shocks, we got mobility, got some good ARs. Now this is just the start. We've got 2 fish now, which is great. There's slurp barrels here for a total of 50 shields if you want to top off. Now you hit this jump pad and you go right around this corner. Now this is going to be pretty interesting because most people are not going to expect you to be on the, you know, southern tip right here of Donut District, and you'll be able to third party pretty easily if you want to clean up this whole area. By now, you know, people are probably just starting to fight, and you could just come up from the back here and, you know, assassinate them. But all these chests that I'm showing you right now are guaranteed. Every single one of these is a guaranteed chest along this route. I'm going to go ahead and hit a slurp fish just to speed this up. And then there's also zip lines as you go. Not getting great loot out of these, but, you know, it's just luck of the draw. My initial chests were better. These are all like green. That's okay. As we go here, these are all guaranteed, like I said before. Okay. And then we're over here at this southeast point. Yeah, loot wasn't great this time, but, you know, again, these are all guaranteed chests. So you have a very good chance of getting better loot than I do. Still, I have like a very usable loadout. I'm not upset about it by any means. Now, let me show you the route really quick. This is what it looked like. Basically, you use this porta potty, which is that blue line, to go from top to bottom, get looted up initially, and then you're gonna hit that jump pad right here. Launch pad, you're gonna come down here, and then you're just gonna go around this. Now, all these yellow chests are guaranteed, so that's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guaranteed chests if you want to continue to go in. Actually, I didn't even do that. Wait, did I? There's one more on this beach right here. Yeah, so if you actually want to come out this way, that's fairly ideal. I mean, this is a longer walk than typical, but if you got like fish, then hey, it's pretty good. This is getting better. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that loot route actually goes further than I just showed you. If you want to stop earlier and fight at that one POI, you can. Yeah, our loot's a little bit better now. Still don't have a lot of great movement. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video, please drop a like on it and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Thanks so much. But yeah, as we come out of this final little cove right here, we started this cove, now we end at this cove. We can also just, oh, look, Krusty's right there. That's crazy. So that's the best loot in the game right there. That pistol, definitely kill that guy every single time so that you can get his pistol, which is that balloon pistol. He's dead. Cool, I could go grab that if I want. That's awesome. And then cars usually spawn right here. So if you want to be able to get out of here, there's usually, I think there's a guaranteed car that spawns right here. And if your loot isn't godly, you can go to that southern pier that we showed you right here. It's close by. And loot up there if somebody hasn't already, or just find loot at these buildings right here, this truck. Not good enough, you say? Okay, well, let me give you one bonus drop spot that I think you guys will like as well. Over here on the east side is Mr. Burns Manor. Mr. Burns Manor is really good because it's a 2-story building with vaulted ceilings, meaning that's very easy to loot in most cases. There are some like secret rooms and stuff, but you can basically just pickaxe the walls to go kind of in a straight line. Now, what's really cool about this spot is that it's very easy to fight enemies if you're conned here. So if you get conned, I would always recommend dropping in at this top left area. That is going to be Mr. Burns' office. If you see his desk and there's a little red button on it, press the red button. It'll release the hounds, which sends basically like I don't know, like 12 AI across the estate, you know, throughout these little hedges and the entire mansion. And it's going to basically sniff out any rats or, you know, start fights so that you can distract your enemy and then sneak up on them or eliminate them while they're busy fighting. That place is really great. Lots of good loot. Mystery boxes, very likely to come out with everything you need. The one thing I don't like about it is that there's not guaranteed cars there. There are 2 possible cars that spawn there, but it's not always guaranteed, so it can be kind of hard to get out of that spot. There's not a lot of launch pads or neighboring POIs to move to next that might have cars, etc. But let me show you the next drop spot, the next official drop spot. If you appreciate that bonus drop spot, go ahead and leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. All right, here's our final spot right here. This is the northwest corner of the map, above Evergreen Terrace. Now this is the little building, it's unmarked, unnamed, and it's really good because it has a ton of chests and it's got guaranteed shields in one of the rooms. It'll get you full, and it is out of the drama zone, so you're just not gonna get jumped. You might get conned by 1 or 2 people at most, but if you know how to loot this place best, then you usually win. Come in here through the garage, always go garage. There's usually a mystery box right here. Look at that. We're gonna go ahead and hit this Slurpee just for speed. Now, I would always recommend going from like left to right when you're looting. Try to stay on one side of the building so that you can kind of like make sure that you're not missing anything, right? You don't even need to hit these minis because there's a slurp room right here, which I'll show you. Okay. So I'm just looking for chests, looking for visual audio of chests, nothing. Now go right here. This room right here is a slurp room. So you go ahead and hit the floor on this. You get to full shields easy. And then you just keep moving throughout this way. Now, I'm looking for chests, listening for them. They might be in the most upper room right here, which is like the arcade. So if you hit this right here, oh, actually. Okay, shakadoos. So actually, this is the attic. There is an attic, there's an arcade. This is a really big house. It's like 3 levels and has a lot of rooms, which is why it's a little tricky to navigate sometimes. And that's why I also recommend just going left to right or trying to, like, you know, cover in straight lines, because you'll end up missing a lot of these rooms that might have what you need in them. So just try to cover as much linear space as possible. I don't know how to say it, guys. What's the word I'm looking for? Just make sure your pathing is efficient. Okay, we gotta find the arcade. Arcade is over here. Arcade is over here? Yeah, here's the arcade. Okay, so this arcade room is pretty much the final room that I always loot. And again, this house is just weirdly laid out. Like, this is the attic next to the arcade. So you can actually enter the arcade from the attic. I still don't quite understand how this house is laid out. It's just very weird. But that's fine. I don't live here. We've got pretty good loot. We've got some mobility. And the next thing you can do is, if you don't have god loot yet, come out here. There's usually... well, there's likely to be a chest in here or a chest right here. No chests in either of those spots. Okay. Guaranteed chest right here on the zip line. And also a guaranteed chest around the way at that zip line as well. You can also hit this launch pad to get out of here. Usually there's not a car. Sometimes there's a car here, but it's not guaranteed. Oh, this I think is actually a guaranteed chest as well on this this chimney. And then this right here is a guaranteed chest down here by this rock. There we go. Not bad, not bad. So definitely usable. I mean, 6 shockwaves is an absolute blessing this season. And then you can just walk into Evergreen Terrace if you want. Oh, there's also a chest sometimes in this bush. Nice. You can just walk into Evergreen Terrace right here. I'll show you one more bonus thing in Evergreen Terrace if you don't know about it already. The fights should be finishing up, or they should be, you know, just getting started, actually. You should be able to eliminate everybody in this spot. You'll have better loot than them. They're all struggling, you know, fighting for their life on low HP. They're getting third-partied, etc. And you're just out of the drama. So now if you go to this purple and brown roofed house, these 2 houses right here, that's the Simpsons house and the Flanders house, I believe. And what's cool about them... oh, here's the treehouse. Is that there is... and what's cool about these houses is that there's steamed ham, or there's burgers. They call it steamed ham. There's also hamburgers, I think, in the... yeah, so the dining room of the Simpsons house has steamed ham. I don't know why they call it steamed ham. Maybe that's an inside joke. I just don't understand. I'm dumb. A hamburger. So you can grab 6 of these off this if you want them. I would recommend taking those because these heal for 30 shields and 15 HP. Then you go over to the Flanders house if you still don't have it, and you can go over to there. Oh, I'm lost. Oh, there it is. It's in the kitchen. Sometimes I think it's on the table. Sometimes I think it's in here. But yeah, another stack if it's not there in the Simpsons house. So yeah, overall, after looting those POIs or any of those POIs or rotating to the nearby POIs, you should have pretty excellent loot. I couldn't really see you struggling for the rest of the game and blaming it on your loot at that point. But the season is sweaty, so I understand, and I will be giving you some guides on how to win games more consistently in Fortnite Simpsons. If you guys enjoy these tips, please leave a like on the video. If you want to help support me and my family, please use creator code Toby1Shinobi in your Fortnite item shop. It helps us so much. And if you want to get cracked at Fortnite Zero Build, there are 3 ways to do it. Number 1, go to my Zero Build Mastery map code above, play that map. I guarantee your aim and your movement is going to improve. Number 2, watch my must-watch playlist for Fortnite Zero Build on my YouTube channel. It is all of my best videos. It's fundamentals. It's stuff that you absolutely need to learn, and I keep it fresh every season. Make sure everything's relevant. Number 3, join up as a master level member and get access to private training with myself and other master members. That happens twice a week. We also publish those recordings to masters or higher so that you can watch those videos on YouTube if you miss the trainings. And the way to join up in the Shinobi Clan is by clicking the link in the video description down below. It'll get you access to the Discord. At any level, you'll have access to the Discord, which is also full of awesome resources and incredible people. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great day. Shinobi out.